What if the reason some people are getting dramatically better results from peptides in 2026 isn't because they're using stronger compounds, but because they're combining them smarter? What if the real edge isn't one peptide, but how different pathways are stacked together to control appetite, accelerate fat loss, improve recovery, and even optimize hormones at the same time? And here's the real question: which peptide stacks are actually the most popular right now in 2026? And why are so many people turning to them? Because the conversation has changed. It's no longer just about what peptide should I take. It's about systems, stacks, combinations designed around specific goals. And in March 2026, certain stacks have clearly risen to the top, not because of hype, but because of how they interact with real human biology. So let's break it down. The most popular peptide stacks right now, what they actually do, and why they're dominating. The first and most popular stack in 2026 is what many call the metabolic control stack. At the center of this stack is tirzepatide. This peptide works by targeting GLP-1 and GIP receptors, which directly regulate appetite, insulin response, and satiety. What makes it so popular is its ability to reduce hunger at a hormonal level, not just mentally. People are not forcing themselves to eat less. They naturally want less food. But here's where the stack comes in. Instead of relying only on appetite suppression, many protocols now combine tirzepatide with lifestyle interventions or additional support compounds to maintain energy levels, hydration, and nutrient intake. Because one of the biggest issues in 2026 is not just fat loss, it's doing it without losing muscle or crashing metabolism. This stack is popular because it's simple, effective, and backed by strong, real-world results. Now let's move to the second most popular stack, the body recomposition stack. This is where peptides like CJC1295 and ipamorelin are combined. CJC1295 provides a sustained signal to release growth hormone, while ipamorelin creates controlled pulses of growth hormone release without significantly affecting stress hormones. Together, they create a more natural growth hormone rhythm. Why is this stack trending? Because people don't just want to lose weight anymore. They want to look better while doing it. This stack supports fat metabolism, muscle preservation, recovery, and even sleep quality. It's widely discussed in fitness and biohacking communities for its balanced effects. It's not the fastest for weight loss, but it's one of the most popular for long-term physique improvement. Now, the third stack, the recovery plus performance stack. This includes combinations like BPC157 with TB500. BPC157 is often associated with tissue repair and inflammation control, while TB500, derived from thymosin beta-4, is linked to cell migration, healing, and recovery support. Together, they form one of the most talked about stacks for injury recovery, joint health, and overall resilience. This stack is especially popular among athletes and individuals who train intensely, because in 2026, people are realizing something important. You can't push fat loss or performance if your body is constantly breaking down. Recovery is no longer optional, it's part of the strategy. Now let's talk about the fourth stack, the targeted fat reduction stack. This is where peptides like tesamorelin come into play. Tesamorelin, known as Agrifta, is clinically used to reduce visceral fat. Unlike general weight loss approaches, this stack focuses on reducing dangerous fat around internal organs. In some protocols, tesamorelin is combined with structured nutrition and resistance training rather than multiple peptides. The goal is precision, not just losing weight, but improving internal health markers. This stack is popular in more clinical or health-focused circles rather than mainstream fitness communities. Now the fifth and most advanced, the hybrid optimization stack. This is where things get interesting. Some users combine a metabolic peptide like tirzepatide with growth hormone-supporting peptides like CJC1295 and ipamorelin. The logic is simple but powerful. One pathway reduces appetite and calorie intake. Another supports muscle retention, recovery, and hormonal balance. Together, they aim to create a situation where fat loss is accelerated while the body maintains strength and structure. This stack is becoming increasingly popular in 2026 among advanced users, but it's also where risk increases, because now you're influencing multiple hormonal systems at once. This requires proper understanding, careful dosing, and ideally medical supervision. And this is where most people go wrong. They assume more peptides equals better results. But in reality, stacking without understanding can lead to overlapping effects, increased side effects, and unpredictable outcomes. Another important shift happening in 2026 is personalization. People are no longer blindly copying stacks from the internet. They're starting to choose combinations based on their specific goals: fat loss, recovery, anti-aging, metabolic health, or performance. Because a stack that works for an athlete may not work for someone focused on long-term health, and a stack designed for aggressive fat loss may not be sustainable. So when we say most popular peptide stacks, we're not just talking about what's trending, we're talking about what people are actually using consistently and seeing results with. And if you look closely, all these stacks follow a pattern. They target 3 core systems: metabolism, controlling hunger, insulin, and energy balance; hormones, optimizing growth hormone and recovery signals; repair, supporting the body's ability to heal and adapt. Every popular stack in 2026 fits into one or more of these categories. But here's the part most people don't talk about. Even the best stack cannot fix poor habits. If sleep is broken, stress is high, nutrition is inconsistent, no peptide combination will fully compensate for that. In fact, in some cases, it can make things worse by masking underlying issues. Peptides are amplifiers. They don't replace discipline, they enhance it. And that's why the smartest users in 2026 are not just stacking peptides. They're stacking systems: training, nutrition, recovery, and peptides together. So now I want to ask you something. If you had access to these most popular peptide stacks, would you choose a simple, proven approach? Or would you experiment with advanced combinations to maximize results? And more importantly, do you think the future of health is moving toward personalized peptide stacks tailored to each individual's biology? If you want real, up-to-date, no-hype breakdowns of peptide science in 2026, subscribe to Peptide Culture right now and drop your answer in the comments. Which peptide stack do you think is the most powerful right now, and would you actually try it?